First South Australian road death. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has told Parliament it's a tragedy that no family should endure.
It is so deeply personal, so perfectly true to the life of one young man in one loving family. And yet it is somehow so universal, the vibrancy of our children as they grow into young adults, and so achingly powerful as it deals with every parent's very worst fear.
It happened in 2005 and it's happened in 2023. Moby Dick, the whale from the Christmas riverbank display, has been washed away. He's been swept downstream thanks to wild weather. The City of West Torrens says the Christmas display will be closed until further notice. Meantime, the clean-up from the heavy rain, thunder and lightning continues. The Bureau's Simon Timke has the rainfall stats for Adelaide.
We recorded 33.6 millimetres up to 9am and then another 3.6 millimetres after 9am. To put that into context, our November average rainfall is 30.9 millimetres. So we exceeded our monthly average in Adelaide in about 8 or 9 hours.
An attempted robbery at a service station at Ottaway is under investigation. A man with a knife threatened staff at the Grand Junction Road outlet around 4:30 this morning, but left the store empty-handed. Border Force will receive an extra $25 million in federal funding to crack down on the import of disposable vapes. The nicotine product will be banned nationwide from the start of next year. Health Minister Mark Butler says many vapes are sold in bright packaging to target young people.
This is a good that is deliberately targeted at our kids to recruit them to nicotine addiction and then to cigarette smoking. Still the biggest preventable cause of death in Australia, and we are determined to stamp it out.
Israel and Hamas have agreed to extend a temporary truce by 2 days. The move will see a further 20 Israeli hostages released and dozens more Palestinian prisoners freed. UNICEF's Global's James Elder says it's a start, but admits there's still a way to go.
There was, literally audible sound from people. The whole last 4 days have been relief from bombardment, relief just from the atrocities of the last 6 or 7 weeks. But the 2 days have to turn into another 2 days. Have to turn into 2 weeks. We cannot return to the bombardment of Gaza and its children.
Humanitarian organisations have been racing to deliver much-needed aid into Gaza during the pause in fighting. And Merriam-Webster's Word of the Year for 2023 has been announced, the dictionary going with authentic. Now turning to 5AA Sport.
The Crusader Caravan's 21st birthday sale starts Wednesday at Cameron Caravans, your local Crusader dealer.
Play has just gotten underway on day one of the SA Victoria Shield clash at Adelaide Oval. The start delayed due to the wet weather. The Redbacks won the toss and elected to bowl. Well, Pat Cummins is remaining coy on whether he wants to captain Australia in all 3 cricket formats. Having just skippered the Aussies to victory in the One-Day International World Cup, he'll continue to lead the Test side this summer. Mitch Marsh and Matthew Wade have captained the T20 side since Aaron Finch's retirement, but Cummins isn't sure who will assume the role for next year's World Cup.
Honestly, don't know. Yeah, we'll chat about it. Mitchy's done the last T20 series. He did a fantastic job. So, we'll work through it.
And in footy, St Kilda has reshuffled its coaching panel ahead of next season. Lenny Hayes steps down as assistant coach, moving into a development role. He swaps positions with Brendan Goddard, who will take charge of the Saints midfield. Now checking 5AA traffic.
G'day there. Lots of debris and still water on the roads from this morning's storm, so drive with care this arvo. And look out at Dry Creek. Blackout up there affecting the lights on Port Wakefield Road at the Salisbury Highway. Valley View lights also out on Grange Junction Road at Nelson Road, and water over the road at Salisbury today. John Rice Avenue at Commercial Road. Glenelg East, you find urgent electrical works. Anzac Highway at Pine Avenue. And look out for a camera today at Beavage Road at Ingle Farm. McCafe, it's the place where rich iced lattes and cool iced mochas go to chill out. Drive through for a barista-made ice-cold coffee at McCafe today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, showers easing this afternoon, partly cloudy tomorrow 24, Thursday partly cloudy 26 and 25 on Friday. Right now it's 19 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglis. Tonight, Adelaide's all-night storm. A month of rain dumped in just hours. We take a look at the area's worst hit. Exclusive. Inside the Asian investigation, which nabbed an Adelaide fugitive. Details of the new bans in the battle against vapes. How to stretch your Christmas grocery budget. And how Shane Warne's legacy could be a lifesaver. See the full story live on 9 News at 6 p.m. and on 9 Now.
Rowie and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Next year's FIVEAA 500 is the 14th to the 17th of November. The Sunday concert is a massive draw card. Coldplay are touring the same time next year.
Oh.
Could we?
Oh.
Rowie and Timmy G.
Chris Martin's a really good bloke. And I reckon that if there was half a moment for Mally to have a chat to him, I reckon he'd be won over by Mally.
4 p.m. weekdays on 5AA.
Want a deal on a new VW? At Mawson Lakes Volkswagen, it's easy and you don't have to wait. Their 2023 plate clearance is on now. That means you can pick your dream Volkswagen. Easy. Check out the range of new and demo Volkswagens on sale now. All stock is ready for immediate delivery with easy finance options available. And remember next day servicing. Mawson Lakes Volkswagen's 2023 plate clearance. You'd better be quick. Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city.
Discover the ocean state of mind with Explorer Journeys and Phil Hoffman Travel. Explore the picturesque Greek and Croatian shores from Athens to Venice, or bask in the beauty of Mykonos sunsets from Athens to Istanbul. From $8,099 per guest in an ocean terrace suite with 9 included culinary journeys, selected beverages, complimentary Wi-Fi and more. Book now to receive €150 credit per suite. Contact Phil Hoffman Travel. Visit pht.com.au.
G'day everyone, Cornsey here. Now, I know a great team and I see one, and the South Australian hydraulic team I rate the highest is BL Shipway. I've known them for a long time. David Shipway's one of the best blokes you'll ever meet. BL Shipway, they've been looking after your hydraulic and pneumatic needs since 1953 with brands like Ryco, Rexroth, Enerpac, Hydac, Oilpath, EasyFit and many more. And if you can't get to them, they'll send a Ryco 24/7 van to you anytime, anywhere. blshipway.com.au, a South Australian team you can count on.
There's Millionaires Mix, Triple Choc Heaven and Macadamia Magnifique. Merry Christmas, folks. I'm Brett Charlesworth, and they're just 3 of over 100 mouth-watering delights we make for you at Charlesworth Nuts. This year, more than ever, you need to spoil yourself and your guests with the very best and the absolute freshest. And when it comes to nuts, that means Charlesworth. I guarantee you will taste the amazing difference that 80 years of experience brings. 11 family-owned stores or shop online. Why Charlesworth? Because fresh nuts taste better.
The 5AA Player app lets you listen to all your favourite 5AA shows wherever you go.
5AA Afternoons with Angie McBride.
Brett from Charlesworth Nuts just listed my favourite nuts in that ad. Chocolate-covered macadamia magnifique. And Millionaires Mix, but it's got to be the chocolate-covered one. Oh, it's making me hungry, Brett. Thank you very much. As you have been hearing, we're up to 9 a.m. this morning, 33.6 millimetres of rain in the city. Scotch College got 74.8 and a 46 in a matter of minutes. And I'm just looking at some of the reports around Australia, apparently. Possible over the next 6 hours in New South Wales, South Coast, 150 millimetres of rain. But the question that I've been concerned about today, how is Moby Dick? Moby Dick, who is obviously a part of the Christmas display at the brewery there. He once, quite a few years ago now, he's cut loose, but it's happened again. So do we know where Moby Dick is? I think Michael Coxon might have an update. Michael Coxon, Mayor of City of West Torrens. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Angie. How are you?
How's our poor Moby?
Well, of course, with this latest downpour, the riverbank burst. It burst and the water flowed right up to the display, to a couple of the critical displays at the back. All the flood lighting was underwater, and of course Moby decided to go for a swim. And our first report that we received is that he'd gone about 200 to 300 metres downstream and was wedged between some trees at the Omni Hotel. And then, as the water further receded, as the weather passed, the water started to recede, and of course Moby dropped, and then he went for another swim. So he's gone further downstream towards the Brickworks Market. We've got, or the Brickworks Shopping Centre. We've got a crew on site that are making an assessment. it's like a couple of his cables seem to be snagged now, so we're pretty sure that he probably won't move any further, but we've now got to make an assessment about what type of crane or how we're going to conduct the rescue mission for Moby and then take him back to his original spot. He's been a very naughty boy.
And I must say, Michael, his paint job still looks pretty good, considering.
Oh, we had really given him a full makeover and got all the engineering worked out so that there could be a fountain spray of water through his spout. And so we were really excited to reintroduce him into the Christmas lights display. Of course, the City of West Torrens puts that on now that the brewery have exited the site. And so we've taken it over for our community, and we really put a lot of effort. We turned the lights on last Friday night. There were plenty of families down there loving it. And we had lights and music and all the rest. And, of course, this time that Moby's gone for a swim, it was 2005 the last time, and it was on a Tuesday morning as well, and it was after a severe weather event. So there seems to be something interesting in the air.
Yeah, and you need to Sorry, you say?
Or should I say in the water?
Yeah, there is. No, you need to get Moby, and I'm sure the residents won't mind if you have to put their rates up because you can't leave him out there because someone might try and steal him, Michael. So it's quite essential that you get to him today, isn't it?
It is, and can I just say, if there are, for those members of the public that are, the interest has been relentless around this, can I just say, if you do go out there to have a look where he is, please don't go onto the riverbank at all because it's very dangerous, and we certainly don't want anyone, having an accident or anything like that.
Unless you've got a crane. You could borrow. You could help with the crane. So
no, please don't say that because we've got a crew on site.
Okay. So
making that assessment.
All right. So he's snagged. You know where he is. You have Moby Dick on your site. You've just got to do the rescue mission.
We've got to do the rescue mission, and then we've got to get everything fully operational. We're hoping that we can get everything back online by the weekend. That's our objective at this stage.
All right, no worries. Thank you for your time, Michael.
Thanks, Angie. Have a great afternoon.
Michael Coxon, Mayor, City of West Torrens. Steer clear of Moby Dick and all cranes. They found him. He's snagged, and they're just trying to figure out what the best way is to get him. My guess is they'd want to get him in before dark and then pop him in a storage for a couple of days, and needs a bit of a dry out, and then can go back in to the Christmas display.
Maybe you can drive my car, and maybe I love you. Beep, 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 yeah.
James Ward, Director of Content, drive.com.au. See, these are the big stories in Adelaide, James. Moby Dick going upstream.
Never a dull moment.
No, not at all. We want to make sure he's safe. He's been, someone will tell us, he's been in this Christmas display for, oh my goodness, it's got to be easily over 50, 60 years for sure.
Look, these are the things that we need to remember. This is what's important to the communities of Australia. So I think, forget what's happening on the world stage. Everyone just needs to make sure everything's right in their backyard first.
Correct. Hey, James, you are here. Thank you, 8223 0000. We've already had a message through from Sean. He has said, we purchased yesterday a Nissan SL Warrior, all painted black. Your review on YouTube was amazing about the car. The only issue is there's no recovery points, only tie-down points. What are recovery points and what are tie-down points?
Well, they're two very different things. So the recovery points are basically they're parts that are connected to the chassis of the car, so that if the car gets stuck and you need to recover it either with a winch or another vehicle, you've got somewhere really strong that you can attach a strap or a hook or a chain or something like that to pull it out. You can get rated recovery straps. I'll need to check with Nissan if they have that as an option on the SL Warrior, because this is the Navara, by the way. So the Navara Ute, the Nissan Australia actually developed this in Australia with a company in Melbourne called Premcar. They developed the Pro 4X Warrior first, which was the top of the range, go anywhere Navara. Then they went for a a more cost-effective one, the SL Warrior, which is a ripper machine, because it doesn't matter if you get it a bit dirty and, well, hopefully not too scratched, but you can kind of take it off-road and really enjoy it. But I'm pretty sure you can get rated recovery points put on by Nissan, but the tie-down points are what you put in the tub. So if you're carrying a load or you put something in the back, you want something that you can actually secure that load to. So whether it's with a net or ratchet straps or ropes and bits and pieces. So they are two very different things.
Okay. So can Sean solve that problem by
Yeah,
going
he should
back
be.
and
So I
asking?
I can check with Nissan. I don't have it immediately to hand, but I know the Pro 4X Warrior had rated recovery points on it, so it might just have been something they didn't put on the SL, but you can probably get them done either through Nissan or certainly through a four-wheel drive specialist. But I will find out, and I'll send you a note so we can follow up a bit later on.
All right, thank you. James Ward is here, 8223 0000, and you can also ask a question on our 5AA and YouTube live stream, thanks to Foodland Supermarkets. So the crash test dummy is having a birthday.
Yeah, so it has been a staggering 30 years for ANCAP, which is the Australian New Car Crash Assessment Program, so the New Car Assessment Program, which is based on what they do in Europe, the Euro NCAP program, but it has been 30 years since we've been crash testing cars locally to make sure that all the safety systems work, that the cars, protect the occupants and protect vulnerable road users. And back then, they were doing, I think, one test. It was a frontal offset collision. Now they do 7 crash tests when they test a car here. So you can imagine it's quite expensive. But this is the process that's done through these testing bodies to make sure that what those cars that are being sold and are sold to us as the public, that they should perform in a certain way if there is an incident, not just for the occupants, but for pedestrians and cyclists and things as well. That is all put to the test. So that is now celebrating 30 years, which is a pretty momentous thing. You think back, it wasn't that long ago before when airbags were not even a thing. And then we got driver airbags, and then we got passenger airbags. And now, you don't sort of look at a car unless it's got 5, 6, 7, 8 airbags in the thing.
Be interesting to find out how many crash test dummies didn't survive.
Well, look, for the most part, the cars that we get in Australia have gone through pretty rigorous engineering. We've seen some tests overseas where cars fail these crash tests pretty spectacularly. And usually they are not cars destined for our market. So we're not dealing with any kind of crazy warning signs here. But if there are indications that a car is not going to perform well in the market in Australia, it usually isn't made available. We've got really strict car regulations. The cars must have certain things. They must have side impact intrusion. They must have a certain amount of safety equipment and technology on board. So the government basically sets a precedent for the bare minimum that you must have in a car before it is allowed to be sold in Australia. And then these testing programs are basically put there to help consumers understand just how those cars are going to be performed. But not every car has to go through this testing program. It can be quite expensive. It is up to the manufacturer or up to the testing body to either buy the cars or submit the cars. So it is something worth looking at. If you're doing your research, you can check on drive.com.au, or you can actually go straight to ANCAP and see which cars have been tested. Sometimes it's a cost thing. Sometimes it's a timing thing. But for the most part, you can get some pretty decent information to see that we're getting better cars and safer cars.
Now, James, I know this isn't coming to Australia, but I was kind of interested in this, the Toyota Land Cruiser 70 series. They're doing some small runs of that again.
Well, yeah, we are going to get the 70 series. So there's a new version of the 70 series, which is Australia's kind of, I guess it's our national animal of cars. This is the very kind of rudimentary and basic and designed in the 80s, but still going strong Land Cruiser. And up until this year, it's been available with a turbocharged V8 diesel. But now it's coming in a 4-cylinder as an option, because it is just how the brand is moving forward. We're able to get it in the 79 series, which is the double cab ute, the 76 series, which is the 5-door wagon, and the 78 series, which is the troop carrier. But overseas, they can get the cute as a button 71 series, which is a 3-door short wheelbase. And look, I tell you what, you used to be able to get them in Australia. We had the Land Cruiser Bandera. We had a number of short wheelbase Land Cruiser and even Land Cruiser Prado options, but sadly no longer. But it is quite good to see what that looks like and the fact that you still can get them in some markets. So we've seen today that it's gone on sale now in the UAE. It comes with a 4-litre petrol V6, which is an engine that's not available in Australia, but it is still kicking on. The 3-door short wheelbase little Land Cruiser, and you can actually get it with a 7-seater option. And it's crazy to think something so small that it has 3 across the front. You get a bench seat, jump seat in the middle, and then it has 2 inward-facing benches in the back. So you have 3 across the front and then 4 in the back for a very compact little family car.
Oh, but it looks very 70s. It's got the tan seats. It's almost the glove box looks 70s as well.
Well, that's what we're getting in the new 70 series here in Australia. So the pricing has been announced. You can get, I think, a 76 series, which is the 5-door wagon in a GXL with the new 4-cylinder engine, is about $80,000. These are the Land Cruisers that during COVID were asking ridiculous money because you just simply couldn't get one. And with the previous generation that had the big V8 in it, people were asking $150,000 up to $200,000 for these things because you couldn't, for love or money, get yourself on an order list from Toyota to get one. So now there's a 4-cylinder, may not have the same huge cult appeal as the V8, but it certainly is just as good. And we're actually driving it today, so that we should have a review on drive.com.au very soon.
Gosh, do you feel like you've stepped back in time?
Well, it's funny, Toyota's actually really busy at the moment. There's another new car that's not coming to Australia called the Hilux Champ. And I reckon if there's a car that would sell well in Australia, it's something called the Champ. You know, like that's such a term of endearment most of the time.
That's
but
square
it is
looking as well, isn't it? Why are they not bringing that here?
So it is a kind of a low-cost, they call it an emerging market car. So the reason we're not going to get it, even though it's built in right-hand drive and uses a lot of the same engines and bits and pieces that we have, is like I said with ANCAP, it just doesn't meet the Australian basic design and safety requirements. So it probably won't have the right amount of airbags or stability control or side impact protection. So things that some markets don't require to have in cars. And if you're using it as a working vehicle around a high-density city like somewhere in Thailand, for example, they may not have the same requirements for what it means. But if you're doing big mile touring in a car like that in Australia and you hit some wildlife, then you certainly don't want to be put at risk. Yeah. But it is, it's another cute little car. I reckon it would do really well just for people to say they've got a Champ. But it's a working Hilux. So underneath, it's basically the same as the Hilux that we get, but the body is a lot more simplistic. It's a lot more rudimentary inside, and it is designed to be a low-cost working vehicle for some of those emerging markets.
All right, Champ. We're just going to go to a quick break.
See, already, right?
I know.
How well would that sell? Easy, Champ.
It's needed.
You're already there.
James Ward, Director of Content, drive.com.au. Give us a call. James is here, 8223 0000.
5AA's Variety Radiothon is on this Friday, and we're giving you the chance to bid on a Jayco Swan Outback camper valued at over $40,000, with all proceeds going to our friends at Variety, the children's charity. Choose your own adventure with the Jayco Swan, designed for anyone who wants to get the most out of the great outdoors without compromising all the creature comforts of home. To bid or find out more, visit 5AA.com.au. All thanks to Jayco Adelaide, Variety SA and 1395. Adelaide's 5AA.
Want a deal on a new VW? At Mawson Lakes Volkswagen, it's easy and you don't have to wait. Their 2023 plate clearance is on now. That means you can pick your dream Volkswagen. Easy. Check out the range of new and demo Volkswagens on sale now. All stock is ready for immediate delivery with easy finance options available. And remember next day servicing. Mawson Lakes Volkswagen's 2023 plate clearance. You'd better be quick. Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city.
Well, the big race was run and won on Sunday, which means the big race plant sale is well underway. Make no mistake, the FIVEAA Adelaide 500 plant sale is the biggest plant sale of the year, and it's on right now at Victoria Park. All those plants in the Adelaide 500 stands, the marquees and corporate hospitality area are for sale. They all have to go. This is a once-a-year opportunity to pick up top-quality decorative indoor and flowering plants. It's got gardenias, and Sharon said yesterday petunias, which look great on around Christmas time in your garden, ferns, hedging plants, feature trees including ficus lyrata, topiaries, drought-tolerant plants and more, all at ridiculous prices. And make sure you get in early for great bargains because it really is a once-in-a-year opportunity. And they are open today. The plants are very well watered today, but yes, they are open. It's the Velo Adelaide 500 plant sale. It's on until Sunday at Victoria Park. You can enter through Gate 1 off Halifax Street and follow the signs.
Get great value Christmas gifts this Black Friday at Coles. Like selected gift cards from TCN, now 15% off. Redeemable at JB Hi-Fi and more. That's great value, hands down, at Coles. In-store only, excludes TCN variable load cards. Offer ends Tuesday. Limits and T's and C's apply.
Reimagine your home. Elevate your life at 88 O'Connell Luxury Apartments. There's 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartments now selling from $1.2 million. 88 O'Connell is redefining residential luxury with amenities never seen before in Adelaide. From a New York-inspired sky deck, Mercato fresh produce market, wine bar, integrated wellness studios, sauna, pools and allied healthcare. To learn more, visit our display suite or inquire at 88o'connell.com.
All mums know. We just do. It's our superpower. We know when our kids are sick, when they're tired, hungry or grumpy. We know when something's wrong, and we know when something feels so right. Like Eden Academy Childcare and Kindergarten. Their aim is simple: to provide excellence in early childhood care and education in a safe, welcoming and nurturing environment. And once you visit Eden, you'll totally get it. You'll just know it's perfect for your little one. Book a tour today.
Thinking about a solar battery? Don't wait. Connect with NRG Solar and bring home a solar battery with a rock-solid 10-year warranty. Use the energy you generate during the day to store some for later, reducing reliance on energy providers and putting money back in your pocket. Experience blackout protection that'll save you thousands, all at your fingertips through a user-friendly app. Embrace 24/7 solar today. Visit nrgsolar.com.au. That's nrgsolar.com.au.
The 5AA Player app lets you listen to all your favourite 5AA shows wherever you go.
5AA Afternoons with Angie McBride.
28 minutes past 3. James Ward is here, drive.com.au. James, we have a caller. Hello, Sharon from Seaford Heights. How are you?
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Good. What's your question for James?
I've spoken to James before, and I've asked about the Corolla Cross. I ordered one now 13 months ago, still don't have a build date. Have you got now any idea of how much longer I might be waiting for my car?
Look, and this is something that we're seeing across a number of Toyotas. Which one have you ordered? I assume it's a hybrid?
The hybrid, top of the range.
Yeah, and so what is it, Atmos, I think they call that.
Yeah, and
look, we can
number
try and
one.
find,
I'm
we can
number
try
one
and
in my
find out.
colour.
Yeah, and the colour, look, and this is the thing, can you take a different colour? Like, have you spoken to the dealer to see if they can do anything? Because, for example, what we're seeing, another brand is having delays with one specific variant in their lineup that has 20-inch wheels. Whereas if you choose to buy it with the 19-inch wheels, you can get it like within a month rather than waiting 6 months.
Yep.
So if you can make a choice, a colour change, and even have a look, sometimes that's what pushes it out. If you go for one of the more bulk-selling colours like white or silver, maybe you can get ahead in the lineup that way.
Sharon, I have a couple of questions. Sharon, I have a couple of questions for you. What colour did you order?
I ordered a black. But I did actually ask about changing to a white ages ago, and then they said I had to go back on the beginning of the list.
Oh, no, you shouldn't have to do that. That's not fair from the dealer.
What have they told you, Sharon? Have they given you any
No,
reason why?
I just hear, every couple of months they'll send me an email and just say that I don't have a build date as yet, and as soon as they do, they'll let me know. But like originally I was sort of told 6 months, and now it's 13 months, and I still have no idea.
Now it's 13 months and still no build. Because look, off air, if you can pass on your details to the producer, let's contact Toyota with you, and because if you can give me the dealer that you bought through, we'll contact Toyota and see if we can loop you in, see if they can do anything about this. Because look, even if there's a way that they can move your order to another dealer or something like that, if there's stock coming through, this sounds like it has gone on way too long. We know there are delays that are coming in from certainly a lot of the hybrid vehicles like RAV4s and whatnot, but they should be able to see if they can try and get you into a different colour or something a little bit earlier. So give your details to the producers off air and reach out. We'll see if we can do anything through Toyota Direct.
All right, Sharon, just hold on. Josh will get you details, and James will find out how you went with that. James, thank you. All the stories, drive.com.au, lots of information, news, reviews, a very helpful website. James Ward, thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you. Take care. Chat next week. I'll go to the headlines with Melanie Usher. After the news, we'll go to Tim McDonald from the Cheap Seats. Their season finale is on tonight. We'll also check in with Power Networks, and we've got a bit of an update from the RSPCA following the very, very, very wet weather.
This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. There's been an emotional tribute to Charlie Stephens by the Prime Minister and opposition leader in federal parliament. The Christmas riverbank display will be closed for the rest of the week after the wild weather saw Moby Dick washed away. Analysts believe retail sales will rebound from this month's Black Friday sales after falling in October. And in sport, footballer Liam Fawcett is back in SA. He's returned home 4 days after starting with Richmond due to a bout of glandular fever. 5AA weather, showers easing this afternoon, partly cloudy tomorrow, 24. Right now, it's 19. We'll have more news at 4 and as it happens on 5AA.
5AA celebrates 12 days of Christmas with stained glass overlay. Have the best front door in the street with their expert creations. You choose the design. Keep listening for more great gift ideas. Merry Christmas from 5AA.
Ray White, big name in real estate, but also the biggest name in business broking. What makes us big? Our people, like Brett Buckley and his team. MBA, lecturer, and multi-time SA Business Broker of the Year. Brett doesn't just read a P&L, he feels it. If you're selling or expanding your business, Brett can take your business apart and find you more money. And we're not talking small change. Go on, touch base with Brett. Search Ray White Business Sales SA.
The Crusader Caravan's 21st birthday sale starts this Wednesday. Get unprecedented savings, plus a free $2,100 Visa gift card with every Crusader Caravan purchased. Visit Cameron Caravans, your local Crusader dealer. T's and C's apply.
No, it's a pleasure. So look around at your leisure.
Experience caravanning the way it was meant to be. Island Star simply do it better. New or used, go to the people you can trust, Knowles Island Star Caravans. With Knowles, you're protected by a nationwide guarantee and better after-sales service. Knowles Island Star simply do caravanning better.
Knowles Caravans, Knowles Caravans, Knowles Caravans, Knowles Caravans.
Phil Hoffman of Phil Hoffman Travel.
Well, it's my name on the door, and so at the end of the day, if someone needs something, I'm there to make sure that it happens. Really, we are the architects of anyone's travel. There's no need to sift through the internet and get confused. We have 10 convenient locations through South Australia, plus a great website and online service, but qualified staff to look after you all the time. And also, when anything happens, we're there with a 24/7 backup. The internet is not, and it's our personal touch to give you that all the time.
Visit pht.com.au.
Hi, Tim Ginniver here. You might know a bit about me, but let's talk about something you've probably never heard of: childhood dementia. Over 120 families are living with this condition in SA, and it takes almost as many young lives as cancer. As of today, there's no treatment and no cure. The Little Heroes Foundation wants to change that and now raises money for childhood dementia to increase awareness, support the families and to look for a cure. But they need your support. To make a donation, search Little Heroes Foundation and let's do it for dementia.
I'm Kathy Nagel, the Chief Executive of Western Hospital Henley Beach. Many people don't know that they don't need health insurance to be treated in a private hospital. Many procedures are more affordable than you may think, and access to a wide range of specialists and services is just a phone call away. So if you're considering surgery, there are various payment options available, and we can arrange a personal quote. If you have questions about paying for your own procedure in a private hospital, give Western Hospital a call on 8159 1200 to discuss.
No child should miss out on what they need because of poverty. You can give a child in need access to extra learning support so they can learn today and change tomorrow. Donate today. Search the Smith family.
The 5AA Player app lets you listen to all your favourite 5AA shows wherever you go.
5AA Afternoons with Angie McBride.
It is 25 minutes to 4. I'm here until 4 o'clock. Rowie, Timmy G and Sam Tugwell are in after 4 with the sports show. Shortly we'll check in with Paul Roberts from SA Power Networks. They're madly trying to connect everybody's power with the... what do we get at Scotch College? Almost 75 mil of rain. So it came down pretty quickly. The Macquarie Dictionary have released its word of 2023. Now, it is a light-hearted play on the term cost of living. It is Cozzy lives. So, hey, the Cozzy lives is going up. I mean, are we just getting that lazy? Other words, which I have no idea what any of these mean. Angry water, Riz and Bopo or Bopo. I cannot tell you what any of those mean. If anyone knows what angry water is, please let me know. I mean, we had a fair bit of angry water. Oh, it's carbonated water. What? Oh, my goodness me, the language these days. 8223 0000 if you want to tell us some of your favourite words of the year.
It's the season finale.
Join us as we look back and celebrate 2023. Well, let's break down the budget.
How was it described?
Boring. Boring. So boring.
The Cheap Seats season finale, Tuesday.
Yes, it is Tuesday. It is tonight. Co-host Tim McDonald from the Cheap Seats joins me now. Hello, Tim. How are you?
Hello, Angie. Lovely to be with you. Just excuse me. I'm just finishing off an angry water. Excuse me.
It's not an angry water, Tim. I don't know how they come to that. I don't get it.
Where do these words of the year come from? And cosy living, that just sounds like what my dad did in summer, putting on Speedos and walking around the house, which is not something that we want to encourage.
No, we don't. Hey, my first question is, did you tell Mel off on saying season finale instead of season finale? Have you had a go at her about that?
Look, I haven't. I never know what to call these things. When you work on our show, every episode could be a season finale. So, season final, 2023 from the Cheap Seats, whatever you want to call it, it's our wrap-up of the year that was.
All right. Now, when I told people I was chatting to you, Tim, people around the office, they were very excited. A couple of the girls wanted to ask, how much of the show is ad-libbed?
There's a fair portion of the show that's happened. So the beauty of this show is that Mel and I go away and we watch all the news and then we bring it to the table and we try and surprise each other with things we found. So I've usually got no idea what Mel's got in store for me. She's got no idea what I've got in store. And that's the beauty of the show. It basically started out with we're just, like everyone does in the office, showing, oh, did you see this moment? Did you see this clip? That's basically what the show is. It's just a couple of mates sharing things we found, and there are a couple of people watching it on the telly. Now,
it's a pity that tonight is your season finale because the story in Adelaide today is Moby Dick going down the river. He got away again. He probably did about 10 years ago. He got away from the Christmas decorations there and he's floated down the river. We are hearing he's floated quite a way. He has snagged himself on a tree and now they're trying to figure out how to get him. No.
So he's in some angry water.
He's in some very angry water.
Is this from the Christmas pageant? We loved the Christmas pageant. I watched the whole thing.
Well, this is from the Brewery Lights, so it's actually a Christmas display, and it's been happening in Adelaide for a very, very long time. So he's not in the pageant. He's on the riverbank, but he's gone. He's gone. He's down. Maybe it's the cosy living that he just wanted to set free.
Maybe he's doing some cosy living. Well, that's the beauty of this week's show is it's our wrap-up of the year. So we go back through basically from January, and you forget how much happened in 2023. You know, there was the Matildas, which swept the nation, the coronation, King Charles, and now we've got a Moby Dick whale heading down a river in Adelaide.
Yeah, you've got to quickly sneak that in tonight because it will be worth it. I can tell you. Now, are you announcing Reporter of the Year tonight?
This is exciting. So
it is.
Think the Walkleys, but just a lot more prestigious. This is Reporter of the Year. So every week we watch all the news. We watch it from the tip of Queensland to Launceston in Tasmania, And every week we pick one reporter who's gone above and beyond to do something funny, entertaining, amusing. So we've got 30 of those to choose from, and tonight we'll be awarding top one, and we're very excited because it's a big gig. We've also got a very special guest, Andy Lee, is joining us from Hamish and Andy fame, and a very special mystery guest as well.
Oh, okay, maybe it's Moby Dick, who knows? So, Tim, now this is your second season. It's been really successful. What do you think the show, the listeners, viewers just love it?
Well, the bar from Channel 10 was low when we started. They basically said, we've run out of NCIS repeats. Could you put something on a Tuesday night? But I think what I love about doing the show is we watch all the news so that you don't have to. And it's for people are busy. There's 24-hour news on all the time. There's no chance that we can all catch up on it. So the beauty of Cheap Seats is you can sit down for an hour. We'll bring you the best bits of it from here and around the world. And that's why tonight's season finale is so exciting, because it's the best clips from the entire year. So if you don't watch any news this year, you just need to watch one episode of us this week, and we'll take you through the highs and lows and, everything from the coronation, The Voice, the big year in politics, to Love Island. So it's that sort of spectrum. We've got you covered.
Now, Tim, so are you getting to the point where other journos are dobbing in other journos and giving you footage and stuff to use?
This happens all the time. So we get emails from reporters when reporters have done something slightly funny, or they've done something a little outlandish. We put them on the show. The WhatsApp groups in Channel 9 and Channel 7 and 10 and ABC go around going, we've made it to the Cheap Seats. And that's what I love about doing the show. A lot of other shows only tend to, focus on, Sydney and Melbourne. We watch news everywhere. Like we watch Adelaide news on 9, 10 and 7 and ABC every single week in all the little regional town centres around Australia. So we try and find those little reporters. And my favourite thing is when, we play a clip of a reporter from, Hobart in Tasmania who, might be seen by 1,000 people each weeknight, and then they wake up the next morning and they've been seen by 500,000 people across the country. So we love finding those great stories, and I think we found a few tonight that are well worth seeing.
It's better ending up on the cheap seats than Media Watch, I think.
I'm surprised we haven't ended up on Media Watch, to tell you the truth. We can't. We do a little thing at the end of every season where all the presenters that we've poked fun at, we give them the chance to have a right of reply. So they send in some messages having a go at us. We haven't seen them yet, but I've been told that they're quite brutal, and some reporters have the last laugh at our expense. So that is always a fun part of the show.
Chatting to Tim McDonald, co-host of The Cheap Seats. It's on tonight. It's after the finale of Dessert Masters. Now, I was doing a bit of looking up at some of your fans. You have one fan in particular, and I'm pretty sure you know about this. For the last 2 seasons, she's done an embroidery, and she's going to add one more to it tonight. Is she going to deliver that to you? Do you know what happens with that embroidery?
I don't know. This is a beautiful thing that every week she embroiders a little image of something that we've mentioned on the show. Her name is Bella. She's a wonderful fan. She's done this the last couple of years. I don't know where that embroidery is. I'd love to get my hands on it, but selfishly I want to put it on my wall, but we don't have the space at home. So it's a wonderful thing. We get lots of lovely messages from fans. The odd occasional negative comment, but usually that's from my mother. So it's okay, and we move past that.
Now, you back for season 3?
We're back in 2024, yeah, so we're really excited about that. Couple of changes. We're heading into the jungle on a cruise ship, and we're asking if rescue dogs can cook. So a couple little format tweaks. But yeah, we love making the show. We're thrilled to do it with a wonderful team from Working Dog and who do, Utopia and Have You Been Paying Attention? So if you love those shows, they're involved in our show. It's just a joy to do. And thank you to people for watching.
Look, I think the success of it, Tim, is you and Mel Tracina, who works for our sister station Nova. You're just all very natural, and I think that's what people really see, that you're just yourselves. You're not trying to be professional or polished, and people love that.
Does it come across that we're not trying to be professional or polished?
No, not in a negative way. Sorry, that wasn't a dig at all.
No. You've hit on what I love about the show. We've got no agenda. We're not trying to teach you anything. We're not trying to ram anything down your throat. It's literally a couple of mates catching up, going, "Hey, did you see this great moment?" And that's what I love about doing the show. So it's so lovely when people respond to it in that way. And it's a fun show to make, and I hope it's a fun show to watch. And hopefully tonight's no different.
Well, I'll finish with you, Tim, to tell people that the Cheap Seats Season 2 finale, it's on tonight, about 8:55 after Dessert Masters on Channel 10 and 10 Play. So I've got another word of you. Now, I think you've got a bit of riz, Tim. So that is charisma.
A bit of what?
Riz.
Oh, charisma.
Riz.
What did you call me?
So that's charisma.
Charisma.
Yeah, it's Riz. Yeah. This is just lazy. Macquarie just being lazy, aren't they? Shortening words.
Fortunately, no one reads the dictionary anymore, so they can come out with whatever word they want. Wow. So we've had Cosy Living, Riz, and Angry Water. Speaking of Angry Water, Moby Dick continues to make its way down the river. 5AA will have full coverage, I'm sure.
They will. I thought I'd choose that one rather than Scrotox, but that's for another discussion.
That's the medication I'm currently taking at the moment.
That is. Tim McDonald, thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Angie, thank you so much. Pleasure to chat.
Thank you. Take care. Tim McDonald, Season 2 finale. Cheap Seats. It's the end already until next year. It's on after the final, and that's exciting as well, of Dessert Masters. So you'll be tuned into Channel 10 and 10 Play tonight.
It starts, of course, with the introductions. The contestants come out and yell out their country, some with more energy than others. In Japan's defence, some countries' names are a little easier to have fun with. Just a little tough. Hey, well done to the Virgin Islands. Nice to see my homeland represented. I enjoyed these two contestants. Oh, I want to take ya! Well done to those two.
Stunning.
Say goodbye to power bills for good and access clean green energy from the sun with a 10 kilowatt rooftop solar system valued at $11,000 thanks to NRG Solar. 5AA's Variety Radiothon is on this Friday, giving you the chance to bid on this amazing solar system thanks to NRG Solar, with all proceeds going to our friends at Variety for children's charity. To bid or find out more, visit 5AA.com.au. All thanks to NRG Solar, Variety SA and $13.95. Adelaide's 5AA.
Hi Strikers fans, Chris Lynn here. It's heating up, and that means it's time to see your Adelaide Strikers at the iconic Adelaide Oval. Tickets are on sale now, starting from just $5 for kids. There's no better place to be this summer. It all starts Saturday, December 9. To get your tickets, visit adelaidestrikers.com.au now. Adelaide Strikers, our city, our team.
Every year, families all over Adelaide enjoy the festive season with Chanellas because they make it so easy to entertain guests. With Chanellas, there's no running around. They'll do it all for you. Just jump online, place your order. It is that easy, simple. Everyone knows Chanellas are the masters of platters, hot or cold, grazing boxes, arancini platters, I want to try that one, and schnitzel platters, cheese platters, fruit platters, and so much more. But that's not all. There's continental cakes, cannoli, tiramisu, zapolis. The list goes on, and it's so easy to order online. And remember, with Chanellas, everything is lovingly made in-house from scratch by their chefs and patisserie chefs. So get your Christmas orders in now. Call into 62 Prospect Road at Prospect. That's 62 Prospect Road at Prospect. Or go online, Chanellas Market. You spell Chanellas SCHINELLAS Market. ChanellasMarket.com.au. Chanellas, best and fresh. It's a way of life this Christmas.
There's an old man asleep in our chimney.
Shh. Santa likes liqueur chocky.
Aldi's liqueur cherries in dark chocolate are only $4.99 per pack.
Good night, Santa.
Go big on the little things with Aldi. Good. Different.
There's a lot to love about learning just about anything with WEA. Real-time, face-to-face learning with like-minded people. WEA has 22 language courses on offer and over 80 cooking and wine appreciation courses. Visit wea-sa.com.au.
Sounds like your old washing machine has spun its last spin. But that's okay, it's still got a purpose and a value. At Nor Metals, we offer cash for scrap. We'll take your recyclable waste and give it to companies that can transform it into other components. Nor Metals is open Monday to Friday and Saturday mornings. Cash for scrap? No worries at Nor Metals. 255 Grand Junction Road, Ottaway.
Want a deal on a new VW? At Mawson Lakes Volkswagen, it's easy and you don't have to wait. Their 2023 plate clearance is on now. That means you can pick your dream Volkswagen. Easy. Check out the range of new and demo Volkswagens on sale now. All stock is ready for immediate delivery with easy finance options available. And remember next day servicing. Mawson Lakes Volkswagen's 2023 plate clearance. You'd better be quick. Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city.
This festive season, make your merry meaningful at Maya with a jar of personalised Vegemite for $9.99, or give them the gift of choice with a Maya gift card. On sale for a limited time and subject to availability. Exclusions and conditions apply.
Maya, my store. The 5AA Player app lets you listen to all your favourite 5AA shows wherever you go.
5AA Afternoons with Angie McBride.
It is 8 minutes to 4, 8223 0000. You can tune in right now. You'll see Stephen Rowe on our 5AA Facebook and YouTube live stream, thanks to Foodland Supermarkets. Now, we were talking off air, Rowe, about the weather. I'll give you some stats.
Ooh.
So up to 9 a.m. this morning, Adelaide City got 33.6 millimetres.
Is that all?
Scotch College at Mitcham, just under 75 millimetres.
That's better. Okay.
75.
It's a lot.
How did you go?
I think we only get 600 for a year, don't we?
No, it's the November averages.
Yeah, but for the whole year, aren't we around 600?
I don't know.
I don't know, but there was a clap of thunder at about 3:15 a.m. I had to peel the dog off my leg and my wife out of my clacker. She was like a sand crab. Yes. Honestly, it was that loud.
It was.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, the cat was trying to be louder than the thunder. Okay. She just wouldn't stop meowing.
Now, is it true that there's a flash of lightning, and then if you count one cat and dog, two cats and dogs, and then there's a clap of thunder, however many seconds it is, has how many kilometres it's away?
I have no idea.
Now, is that true?
I don't know. That's a really good
822 300 00. It might be a wives' tale. So you hear a clap of thunder, bang, and then there's a gap, a gap, a gap, a gap, a gap, a gap, a gap. Then there's the lightning.
So do you think it's a 10-second gap or?
Don't know, but someone will know.
Well, I'm going to ask tomorrow. I'll ask the Bureau.
That's a good
I'm going to
question.
save this chat and I'm going to ask them. I'll get an answer for you.
Now, massive show, Ange. We've got Bozza, we've got Big Mac, Big Pig and CJ.
Oh, okay. All right.
Get one of them right. Who's Bozza?
Barry,
Bosnich.
someone? Oh, okay.
Socceroos keeper.
Oh, yes, yes.
Who's Mac?
Someone McDonald.
No, that's Katie Mack. She opened bats for the Women's Strikers.
Katie Mack, yeah.
Who's the Big Pig? He's the first baseman for the Giants. You've got to get this one. CJ. No. CJ Bruton.
Bruton, yes. I was going to say that, but you said
is the coach of?
He's basketball.
Well done.
There you go.
I told you only had to get one right.
I did.
Angie McBride, you're a legend.
All right, thank you, Roy. We will tune in after 4 o'clock with Timmy G and Sam Tugwell. Now, we thought we'd just quickly check in with Power Networks. They've had a busy morning. Paul Roberts, SA Power Networks. How are you going out there?
The team's doing a sterling job in the face of sort of continued thunderstorm activity. So we're actually down under 2,000 customers now. Earlier in the day we had about 30,000, but it's built up gradually to about 50,000 in total have been affected over the course of the day since midnight due to the thunderstorm activity. And Rowie's right, pretty close, by the way. South Australia's Adelaide's average rainfall is 522 millimetres a year.
Wow. So we probably got a quarter of that.
Some people did, by the start, or at least 10% of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, so the message out there is if you're just still waiting, be patient. You're getting there. You're working through your very long list.
Yes. Yes, and we keep getting new outages as the thunderstorms continue sort of across the state. But look, we've got about 85% of our customers on our SMS system.
Yes.
So we'll provide them with updates about the progress and likely restoration times, and we'd be updating them. I would think people will be getting updates pretty soon with more accurate estimate of restoration. But still working to get everyone back as soon as we can.
All right. Thank you, Paul, and thanks for all the work your team do.
Thanks, Angie.
Paul Roberts, SA Power Networks. Are you still without power? Have you had your little transistor on all day? Sheffield Shield, all been a little bit wet out there today. Redbacks won the toss and elected to bowl. Victoria 3 for 26. Now, we've got an update from the RSPCA as well. The Lonsdale Animal Shelter, it did take a battering during the storms with an entire row of 12 kennels, almost among the areas flooded, forcing staff and volunteers to evacuate the dogs. The dogs were dried off. They're enjoying their time in the office. I'm sure they've got their blankets on. Several roofs leaked, including the light fitting in the cat's post-surgery recovery room. Repairers are now on site. As with every time it floods, are reminded of how much the RSPCA need the new facility. It's currently under construction at O'Halloran Hill. It's on track to open next year. They have the oldest RSPCA shelter in Australia, built in the late 70s and early 80s. So the poor little puppy dogs, they're okay. And they have around 300 animals in the shelter. So if you're looking for a cat or a dog, get in touch with the RSPCA, and you can always go online and have a look at what animals are available. Now, should have asked Rowie to stay. Brian has said it's lightning first, then count to the thunder. That's how far away it is. Sue said we had a lightning strike this morning, so close the thunder came at the same time. It totally lit up the house and the lights. Power went out for 5 seconds. Michael says lightning flash, so you get your lightning, count 30 seconds till thunder, then divide by 3, gives you how many Ks away. Okay, good one, thank you. Michael said this one seemed about a K every 3 seconds. Bev says it's the other way around. So you see the flash before you hear it. Light travels faster than sound. Bev, thank you, Bev. So Rowie was on the money. Thank you, everybody. I hope you get a good night's sleep tonight. There'll be no storms, so you should be okay. No thunder this overnight. I hope so at this stage. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Josh. We'll go to the news and Mel in the Usher, then Rowie, Timmy G and Sam Tugwell.
Hi, Bronte Manuel from Toop and Toop. Spring has traditionally been the peak period for selling your home. As the temperature increases, so do the buyer numbers. But one thing that isn't rising is stock levels. This means there's even more demand for those properties that are on the market. Home values are at record highs and stock levels are at record lows. So there's a great chance to achieve a premium price for your home. With a team of unrivaled experience, Toop and Toop knows what it takes to maximise your results. Go to toop.com.au to find out more.
Phil Hoffman of Phil Hoffman Travel.
Well, it's my name on the door, and so at the end of the day, if someone needs something, I'm there to make sure that it happens. Really, we are the architects of anyone's travel. There's no need to sift through the internet and get confused. We have 10 convenient locations through South Australia, plus a great website and online service, but qualified staff to look after you all the time. And also, when anything happens, we're there with a 24/7 backup. The internet is not, and it's our personal touch to give you that all the time.
Visit pht.com.au.
Things are about to get even more exciting at Cherry Glen Osmond with the arrival of the Cherry Tiggo 7 Pro. The Tiggo is a step up in size, engine performance and luxury. A full-sized family SUV featuring a panoramic sunroof, heated and ventilated seats, twin 12-inch displays, CarPlay, 360-degree camera and so much more, including high-tech safety, and all from $39,990 drive away from Cherry Glen Osmond. Go beyond with the Tiggo 7 Pro. Book a test drive at gocherry.com.au.
There's hot chili cashews, smoked almonds and delicious spicy peanuts. Merry Christmas, folks. I'm Brett Charlesworth, and they're just 3 of the tantalising products we cook hot and fresh for you in every one of our Charlesworth Nuts stores. There's salted and unsalted nuts, there's spicy, hot chili and smokehouse flavoured, plus our range of designer mixes exclusive to Charlesworth's. Just follow the seductive aroma of freshly cooked nuts to one of our 11 family-owned stores or shop online. Why Charlesworth? Because fresh nuts taste better.
Online, on DAB digital radio and on 1395 AM. Talking Adelaide.